What's good, everybody? Welcome to Outside the Playbook. In this episode, we're going to be talking about, once again, after a long week, news reports, important shoe releases, about who the face of the WNBA really is. Before we get into that, get this video a like, subscribe to the channel, click the link down below in the description to get discounts on brands like Fanatics, Dad Gang, and Dubby. Let's break this thing down.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. This is my show. This is my camera. I run it. Oh!
All right. Now, there was a report a couple weeks back that said Reebok left in panic mode after Angel Reese shoe dropped. Today proved a total disaster. Less than 100 pairs sold worldwide in the first hours of the drop. Now, this report or post was made like 3 weeks ago. Shoe hadn't even released yet. People were already planting the seeds. You look at the comments, going crazy. See, told you so. Oh, Me Bounds ain't selling shoes. Who knew? All these other things, right? She let it blow over, let people say what they wanted to say. And then the actual shoe drop took place and she sold out of every shoe. And I confirmed this because I myself was going to buy some shoes. Sold out. Couldn't find them nowhere. All right. That is impact. She says, I'm in full tears right now. Taking a leap of faith and launching 3 of my signature shoes at once was a huge risk, but guess what? They all sold out. I'm so thankful and beyond grateful and just want to thank everyone for the amazing support. Reebok is back. Now, I need you to understand, okay? I am not saying she is the same on the basketball court as Allen Iverson. I'm saying her impact off of the court is going to have similar impact on the culture for African American community. We know exactly what I'm talking about. She is not Allen Iverson on the basketball court. Off of the court, if you think back, how polarizing was Allen Iverson? Everybody was rocking Reeboks because of Allen Iverson. Everybody was rocking I3 jumpsuits because of Allen Iverson. Sleeves, AI, all of that, right? I think she's going to have a similar impact. Again, I'm not talking about on the basketball court. That is a separate conversation. We will get to that another day. But you thought I was talking about Angel Reese as the face of the WNBA. I'm not. And guess what? I ain't talking about CC22. And I'm not talking about Paige. All right? My favorite player, I'm not talking about Paige either. They all nice. They all bring something to the table. But they are not. They are not the MVP. They are not the defensive player of the year, co-defensive player of the year. We'll get to that in just a minute. And you know, let's watch this real quick because I think this solidified quite a bit that people were just glossing over, but we'll have a GOAT conversation video another time. But you see where I'm leaning with this.
But you got to own each moment because you don't know which moment is going to be the one that puts you over the edge. That's all I got. Carolyn, what do you got?
We do have some media. Apologies. Carly, could you just let them in? Got a couple people. Asia, Chelsea, Jewel, Becky.
times. I've only been the commissioner for 5 years, 4 times. MVP, back-to-back. And since 2020, when we were in the bubble, and I
That made
handed
me
you
feel
the first
uncomfortable.
one, I've admired the way you've led with grace, humility, humor, and just one of the greatest players to ever be in this league, to ever play this game, a global icon, a global ambassador, not just for our game, all women's sports and all sports. So we're here to present you with the 2025 WNBA Kia Most Valuable Player.
All right, now she deserved it in my opinion. Like I said, we'll have a GOAT conversation in another video. Belmonte, Heat fan, Heat Nation. All right, talking to you. Number 1, don't mess this up. All right. Number 2, I need 25 and 12. All right, I need 25 and 12. You got this little love and basketball thing going on. I need something. 25 and 12. And you better bring me a defensive player of the year with that. All right? Now, on to other matters. There's been a lot of conversation about what this season looked like. And it actually got on my nerves a little bit. Let me see where we at. So Kendra Andrews made this statement. She said, Asia put together an amazing season, but her numbers were lower than last season, and one part about being great and a multiple-time MVP, you have to keep outdoing yourself, whether that's fair or not. They just be letting anybody on any of these shows say anything they want to. If you are better than the other individuals involved in the conversation for most valuable player, none of that matters. It doesn't matter. They went on a 15, 16, whatever, plus winning streak because Asia Wilson started going off. She was already having a good year. She went crazy. Then she adds 13 30-point games this year, most ever, right? Then you add in the fact that she has multiple 20 and 10 seasons, never been done. You had all of those things factored in. Then you look at the side-by-side. Let's look at some side-by-sides, right? Actually, no. I want to look at this first. WNBA, what is this? What is this? What are we doing? What are we doing, WNBA? In what way, shape, or form does this look like co-defensive player of the year? More rebounds, more assists, that's not even a defensive stat, more steals, more blocks. Why are we having this conversation? Why do we, and this happens in all leagues, not just, I mean, look at the NFL with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. We're not going to get into that because my blood pressure is going to get a little high. When you look at this, there's no reason to say co-defensive player of the year. You say, hey, Shorty, you had a good year, played well. You were a great defender in this season. Can't make you defensive player of the year, but how about all defensive first team? Give her that. Give Asia Wilson the defensive player of the year award that's rightfully hers. Now, let's talk about some side-by-sides. Okay? Now, this is Kalir. This is Wilson. More points. More rebounds. 0.1 more assists for Kalir. Same steals. More blocks. Field goal percentage, free throw percentage, effective. Cool. But Wilson's still shooting a high percentage in all of these areas, and she's over 50%. Why is this debatable for people like Kendra Andrews? Why is this such a, well, no, you had a good year too, or maybe it's her turn. All that nonsense robbed LeBron James from another MVP. Shout out to James Harden. gave him the award because you felt bad. It was his turn. Look, if you the man, you the man. If you the woman, you the woman. Give your best players the awards that they deserve. So yes, A'ja Wilson, in my opinion, was the clear far and away MVP, because guess what? Had to do more. Was the better player. Also defensive player of the year candidate. Khalil, she has the DPOY on her resume, but look, in the same season, you cannot rob Wilson of a clear-cut DPOY, because that has historical implication for men's and women's basketball. Now, let's have another conversation. When you talk about who's the best, right? Who had the better year? What category says Khalil? Which one? Points per game, total rebounds, blocks, player efficiency, win shares, offensive win shares, defensive win shares, defensive rating. Which one has Nafisa Khalil? Great player. Shout out to you. Love your game. Keep doing what you were doing, right? None of that says her name. A'ja Wilson is number one in all of these major categories. I don't. Why are we talking? Why are we still talking? Let's talk about something else, okay? I said we'll get to the GOAT conversation. We'll do it in another video. Not this one, because I don't like getting in trouble, all right, at other people's house. And when I say other people's house, the WNBA is not my primary league that I cover. So I'm not going to go into somebody else's house and start tearing things up, all right? I need to do my homework, do some more research before I start tearing people's house up. A'ja Wilson's resume at age 29. Four-time MVP, two-time champion, finals MVP, three-time defensive player of the year. I'm pretty sure that's now, three-time defensive player of the year, seven-time all-star, rookie of the year. That is her resume, and they're in the playoffs right now. If this woman, and now, they're in a 0-1 hole versus the Indiana Fever. If she gets them to the WNBA finals and they win, there's going to be a lot of conversation to be had. There's going to be a lot of conversation to be had. That list is going to get smaller and smaller. And off the top of my head, just because I feel like I got robbed as a fan, that Maya Moore didn't finish out her career the way we thought. I mean, she's still in the Hall of Fame, but we could have seen a lot more from Maya Moore. Those are two names that are coming to mind, and then everybody throws Diana Taurasi into that mix. I know trolls they're gonna come in and say Caitlin Clark, and come on now, let's have a serious conversation. All right, we'll do that in another video. But A'ja was the clear MVP. She was the clear defensive player of the year. She is clearly the face of the WNBA. She's the best player in that league, and she's going to be the best for many years to come, in my personal opinion. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments who you feel is the greatest WNBA player of all time. Mind you, I said WNBA. All respect due to the great Cheryl Miller. That's one more for the good guys.